Let's talk about books, Shody. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the weird things and the good things that we read. Let's talk about books.
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome to Adjacent. Here we are, ready for our next book club. Are you ready, Shelly?
Book club number 2 for 2025. I'm very ready and very excited to talk books.
Have you already read 400 books?
No, been, digging deep on podcasts, so not
I
had a lot of
know.
reading.
No, we just got back from Big Ben, so I had a lot of time to read because we're in the car for a very long time. Oh my gosh. I usually are sick. I didn't read when we were on the bumpy roads, which unfortunately we spent a lot of time on bumpy roads. But anyway, but it was fun. We had a good trip. And I'm glad to be home, and I can't believe it's 2025. This is insane.
I can't believe it. It's a tad overwhelming.
I know. Shelly, I didn't think we would make it this long.
I know, I was surprised, like, I think everybody should kinda know this. Our, oldest living relative on both sides is 62 years old.
Yeah, we kind of live large fast and go, go, go because who knows how long we're going to get to be around.
Exactly. So if you wanna spend time with us, you might wanna do it today.
Today's the day.
That's for sure.
Anyway, thank you so much for watching Georgia. She came back
Oh,
so
sweet.
happy.
Oh my gosh, she's such a sweet dog. We walked her every day, or she walked us every day, and at one point, I felt like she wanted to go see Daisy and, like, kept trying to pull me over towards Ashley's house, and I was like, What are you where are you going? What's going on?" I wish she could talk.
I know. I wish I could understand because I have no idea. I do know she likes to eat and go for walks. And
Yeah, she loves to go for walks, and she was real sad not getting to snuggle with you, but she snuggled up with us, and
I'm sure Adrian loved that.
yeah, he was real happy about it, washed the sheets immediately.
Yeah.
The, he, but sometimes Georgia would lay on the couch, and then Coulter would snuggle up with Georgia, and that was really cute.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it was so sweet, and so it's the constant reminders, like, you start thinking, "I want a dog, I want a dog," and then you have a dog, and you're like, "That was good. That's enough. That's enough." So it was
Well,
oh
how can you have a dog if you wanna be untethered, Shelley? Right?
exactly.
Unless they're those dogs that go with you. Remember I was telling you about, Emiliano's girlfriend, and she had a really well-behaved dog? His name's Miko, and he has an Instagram, and I meant to tell everybody, but I had forgotten, so
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about it. That's uh, what's what's
say
the
it.
Instagram page?
It's just Miko at Instagram, I guess. That's
Okay.
like on my card that she gave me, and it's Meeko. So it's a dog. He's so cute, and she's really a great trainer. I'm gonna see if maybe she'll be our family dog sitter.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, that's one of our goals in 2025 is to get a family pet sitter so people don't miss out on trips because of their pet.
Yeah, no, and we love having Georgia, so we're
No,
glad to do it anytime.
get to go together. And Big Ben, it's great for dogs, but you can't take them into the national parks on the trails. And she hated the drive last time. She stood the entire time. It caused her great anxiety. So thank you so much. I owe you guys big time. I appreciate it. Anyway, and then the kids are leaving tomorrow, so this is our last day hanging.
Oh,
So
good.
well, they're pretty much doing their own thing.
Yeah, very exciting. I'm sure they're excited to get back to their lives and, get back to Carolina and, back to finding out where she's going to be doing her
Residency. We won't know until March. She gets her placement in March. So we'll know if she's moving out of state or staying in Texas. And so we'll see, big
yeah.
things coming up. And then you know, but what did you read? What did you read?
Oh my gosh. Last night I was laughing so hard at this book. It is a comedian, Jon Benjamin. And I thought this was timely. His book is called Failure is an Option.
Yeah.
And his comedy um I was belly laughing through this whole thing. And so he kind of writes, it reminded me of like a David Sedaris, but um more masculine. No offense, David Sedaris, but more masculine, kind of a little machismo, a little bit. And so, but that sense of humor, so dry, and I really enjoyed it. I would give it a 4, man. Go. It's a fast read. It's hilarious. Failure is an option. He explains all of his big failures. He is a comedian, and he is on some of those adult cartoon shows.
Says that he's one of the voices on the Bob's Burgers, and I love that show. It's a really fun show to watch with the kids. Well, older kids. I wouldn't watch it with young kids.
Yeah.
Really funny. So it looks like he has a lot of movies that he's either written for or he's the voice of. He does a lot of voiceovers. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's kind of a sweet gig. How do we get a voiceover job?
Well, you have to have a good voice, Shelly.
You can't be nasally and consistently.
Having to blow your nose.
Yeah. If you need somebody else to sound like Marge Simpson's sisters, we're your girls.
Yeah, we're your girls. We could do it. Also, you have to see, and sometimes we're not
Oh no, we should not. I should not sing.
that improvise. Oh no, I said see.
Oh yeah, sing.
Well, that's not fun. I really would like to read some comedy because I did not. I read scary books. I don't know why. I've just
Send it in.
I read 3 books because we were on the road a lot. I read The Teacher by that Freida McFadden who is the neuro doctor.
Yeah.
It's about brain injury and trauma, and on the book cover, so funny. It has an apple with a knife going through it. So, suspenseful and scary and probably some murdery stuff. I don't wanna give it away too much. It was fun. There was a twist at the end. I kinda saw it coming. The main characters in the book are a very handsome English high school teacher named Nate.
Yes, I read it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, once I read one of her books, I like read all of her books. So yeah. No, I did not. That twist was unexpected for me. Keep going.
Okay, and then he's married to Eve. She's a math teacher in his same high school, and Nate is like the favorite teacher. Everybody loves him. He gets like most handsome, and then Eve sounds like downtrodden and angry and put upon. And she has this obsession with shoes, which I love shoes too, but she's like a Louis Vuitton, Jimmy Choo type shoe person. So I looked up the prices on Jimmy Choo's because I'm like, okay, a teacher wearing Jimmy Choo's, would that ever happen? No.
Maybe Madison Phillips.
I mean, maybe, but or Vreeland. I know they like to they love their shoes, but these go from like over $5,000.
Holy moly.
Yeah. And their tennis shoes are $600. And then their lowest price I could see online was a pair for $350, but those might have been like used.
Wow.
So
I would be so nervous to wear those shoes in public.
yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it's like the sunglasses. I was buying a lot of name brand sunglasses, and then I was like, really? Let me just go to Amazon or to the five and dime store and get some cheap sunglasses. But the shoes kind of play into the twist of the plot, and if you know the poem Raven, it kind of gives you some hints because in the Raven, the dead person's kind of creeping back into the life, and so it's a good book. It was fun. Again, I'd probably give it about a 3.5, but it's a fun, quick read. You don't have to put a lot of brain power into it. And if you just want a little escape, I just think it's funny when they write about teachers because I'm like, I don't think I would see any of these teachers at my school.
No. And high school teachers are a unique, and I worked at that yeah, it's a unique group, and I worked at Anderson High School for a while, and in my dream job working with the IB students, helping them volunteer in the community, it was such a dream. Um, and, yeah, that high school teacher is very different from an elementary school teacher.
Yes, they're kind of the cool crew, and elementary teachers are not the cool crew. I mean, we think we're cool, and sometimes you have a feeling that you're famous, like when people are chanting your name in the middle of a football game.
Yeah, and
Or
high school teachers have that all the time.
my second book I read was Girl Alone. Um, okay, Girl Alone. My kids were laughing at the title of that book because it's silly and you kind of know what's gonna happen. It gives you oh, by the way, the teacher reminded me of a podcast that I like to listen to called Betrayal. And, there's a whole series related to something that happens in the teacher, that I think, if you like the podcast Betrayal, you'll like the book The Teacher, for sure. So, anyway, listen to, the first season of Betrayal.
Oh, interesting. Thank you.
But it's yeah, I don't think you would like it, Shelley.
Oh, it's is it real life stuff?
It's real life, and I feel so bad for this woman
Oh, okay.
that bad things happen.
Is
And her
is she one that Tammy and I would just be like, "Hey, idiot."
Yes,
Oh, okay.
she was kind of, in Betrayal, the wife had no clue because the husband was so good at hiding his secret identity,
Okay.
like, so good at it, and everybody pretty much fell for it, except I think the girl's dad. He was like, something's not right. He's too perfect." That is a red flag, guys. If somebody is too perfect, there's a problem. Run for the border. So my other book, The Girl Alone, is about two FBI agents that are in the hunt of a serial killer down in Louisiana. And I know a lot about serial killers, so they were naming all the top serial killers because this one serial killer was mimicking famous serial killers, which is just ridiculous. I'm like, get your own deal. You don't have to hitch your ride onto somebody else's wagon. Just kidding. Don't be a serial killer.
Yeah. Get your own little rhythm.
Get your own thing. Why are you latching onto these guys?
Don't be a copycat. Don't be a copycat. Yeah.
So this one guy, she's the newbie, but she's very good at identifying, personality traits and setting up a profile for various killers and criminals. And so they put her with this much older female FBI agent who's kind of on her way out, but worked really heavily in the Ted Bundy uh, crime. And so there are some twists. You think that the main character is going down the right path, and then she makes mistakes. And then, as you can tell, Girl Alone, something's going to happen.
Surprise.
There were some twists. I don't like the ending. I feel like author Blake Pierce dumped the book. When I was teaching a lot of writing in 4th grade, when somebody would just dump the ending, and I was like, "No, gotta give it more thought and really kind of let the reader end with you. Don't just be like, and the end," and then you have to write like a full epilogue to go with the
I
the
think
different
it I think that happens way too much.
Very too much.
The familiar book I was talking about last time, I feel like it was like build up, build up, build up, build up, and then it was like, okay, we're done. And it was like, hold on a second. I invested 10 hours of my life on this, and you're gonna put this in a little neat envelope and shove it up my face? It's like, no.
I feel like sometimes when authors do that, they have a deadline.
Exactly.
Like, okay, I gotta finish this real quick, you know?
It feels very much like a deadline. It's like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah. So the main character, Ella, who's the young FBI agent, she has a family tragedy, and it catapults her into this uh, level of life, her chosen career. But they don't really go into it as much as I thought they should have. Maybe I was not listening fully because I'm driving, giving directions. I'm being like, what's the name of the lady on the Love Boat, the cruise director?
Julie.
Yeah, so I'm like passing people things. So maybe I missed a portion of that. But I didn't feel like it was fully developed to the way that it had. Obviously, it caused her trauma. She did use a lot of the therapy practices that we use in my unit, where it's like, look at 5 things, smell 4 things, listen to 3 things, until you calm yourself down. So I was like, oh, I know that. I know that.
Nice. These strategies do work.
They do. And I thought that was interesting that I do think it's a fun read. I would, again, give it about a 3. I thought the title was funny. Uh, but if you don't know things about serial killers, you might be a little lost because you kind of need to know who these various serial killers are to get any understanding of the book. And only because it would help you to connect more with the visualization, the scenery, why this person was doing what they were doing. Obviously to get notoriety, obviously to get noticed. That's usually why they do that. They also are very sick people. And um, so anyway, it was good. I liked the older FBI person. I cannot remember her name. But it was Riley. I believe I wrote it down. Her name was kind of like what you would expect a FBI agent Ripley. Agent Ripley.
Nice, of course. Yes.
I know what you would expect.
Yeah.
And then the number 1 character was Ella Dark. I just think those are perfect names.
Yeah.
And then the last book I read, which was such a great Big Ben book, I got it at the national park, is The Way I Heard It, Tales of the Big Ben by Walter Fulcher. You'll see street signs named after him. It's a very short read, and he was around in the 18 and 1900s. He was a rancher in the area, Big Ben, and he just loves Big Ben, and you can just hear him. You almost can vision yourself there, and he kind of tells the tall tales of various characters in Big Ben that he encountered or heard about, and the outlaws and the banditos, and he was he reminds me of Papa a little bit, a cute little man, and he was around from the 1800s to about 1940s. He lived to about 60 something. And what I love that he also became a part of the school Interlingua.
Nice.
And
There's a school in Terlingua. Surprise.
it used to be a huge mining town. They did silver and then they mined for mercury over there. And anytime I go to
That's very scary.
yes. Well, they used it during the war, and it was a huge Terlingua was a huge booming town, and so they had all the things like schools, and it was only a 3-room school, but it still was set up for educating the miners' kids and then the ranchers. And it used to rain there, believe it or not.
What?
Um, but it's worth a read. I'm gonna give it to John, and then I'm gonna pass it. I think Barnabas would really love it because it takes you down into like stories of the different outlaws and the ranchers, and then the miners, and then and then why was this place named this? Like the Chisos Mountains, and it's just a fun short read. I read it on our way back yesterday and didn't quite finish it, but almost did. Then I had to drive. But if I would have had just one more 30 minutes, I would have finished it.
But I want to read it. I love finding books for areas and getting the backstory. And I just love Big Bend. It's so beautiful.
If you haven't been, put it on your list. Hayden didn't get to go with us, which was heartbreaking, but the place we stayed was really neat. It was very isolated, but we had our own mountain right backyard. And it was gorgeous. The whole, just driving up there. We also went on a couple of hikes. We went to the hike where it's Elena Canyon, Santos Canyon or something. So that's what divides US from Mexico. You can walk
Oh, I love that trail.
to the Rio Grande. You can go up on the US side, and it's just beautiful. And just seeing the canyon and the rocks and the formations were, just incredible. So, this book, you would really love it, Shelley, because it goes into,
Yeah, I want to read it.
why did they name it the Chisos Mountains? Because that in some cultures is called like ghost mountains. But he goes into why it's not really that. And then, uh, talking about Native Americans and the Hispanic culture. And Walter Fulcher, he was an Anglo man, but he got so great at communicating with the different cultures. He was fluent in Spanish. He only was educated to about like 6th grade or so.
Yeah.
He was a writer, and he writes really well. It's a quick read. It's really fun. I like to get the little reads when I go there.
Yeah.
And I like to get books that are from the point of view of somebody that actually lived there, not somebody
Agreed. That visited. Yeah.
like, no, I want the stories of people that lived in that area because it's so different. I wish I could have met this guy.
Yeah. That's I don't know why whenever I go to Big Bend, I feel it's very spiritual. I feel like it's
Very.
very spiritual. And I just feel like it's a place that Dad would have loved. And I just feel like I wish Dad were here.
I know. I felt that too. There was just an energy.
Yeah.
I did have John had really weird dreams, which you haven't even analyzed, but I had a dream.
That a gigantic chicken chased me down the road.
That these 2 men were hitting on me, and I was acting like I'm open to it. One of them was like huge guy, like, just
Wow.
and I was like, even though I had my wedding ring on, I was like, maybe. Old Jack,
Maybe it's all the talk of the laminated list has gotten you a little frisky.
like, oh. Anyway, if you go, I do recommend you bring your own food. The food situation in Terlingua is there's some restaurants, there's like a couple of restaurants, but they're so packed with the tourists.
Yeah.
The barbecue place wasn't very packed, but hard to get into Starlight. You have to stand outside and wait unless you have a party at 10. And then there are some few newer restaurants, but we really enjoyed just bringing all our Christmas food over
Good.
and then just eating what we had. And John was so proud of us because, he hates for things to go to waste. So,
Nice.
but I recommend it. And I guess I would recommend all 3 of the books, but I think my favorite so far is The Way I Heard It. I would give it a 5 just because it's just a sweet, funny, cute book that makes you feel like you're going back in time.
Oh, I love that. Another 5 from Jody. Yay.
That's cute.
Hey, I did read a book that I think is called Simply Lies. Um it was murdery and stuff. So it might be something you want to read. What I did like about it is she's high tech. So she talked about crypto coins and currency and stuff like that. And I really talked about technology a lot. And it was stuff like I had to go and read read up on them and figure out what she was talking about. Um, but one time Vincent said men the author of this book is a man, David Baldacci. He's writing from two female voices, and he was like, men don't know how to write from a female voice. It's very hard, and I that stuck with me the whole time. So that's why I'm not even bringing up that book.
What would you rate it?
I mean, I think you would enjoy it. I would probably give it a 3. If somebody has time and wants to read it, just
Like a generous 3?
a generous 3, yeah. Um, but I did read a really good it was a real fast book and explains it's called Tell Me How It Ends, and it's Valerie Luiselli. Um, and it's a real short book, and it explains it's the questions that are asked of immigrants when they come into the US. The
Okay.
children and it's primarily, children, and, she, kinda shares the backstory of, um, the immigrants and the process, and I know that's a politically charged, so I'm not but I did think the 40 questions that are asked were, interesting.
Oh, so there's 40 questions that they vet the people moving to become citizens?
The children that are trying to come to the US illegally. And so they make it's very political, but if that interests you at all, it is a very interesting book. And I think what happens sometimes with why I'm reading, so many immigration books right now is I'll go to like Chingona group and somebody's like, "Ah, have you read this? Have you read this?" And so I put them all on my list and they pop up at the same time. And so then I get to deep dive and read about the immigration policies and stuff and very interesting. If that is on your radar, I would definitely recommend that book.
I have a book that I used to read to my 4th and 5th graders called Lupita Mañana, and it is from the point of view it's like a young children's book, like young teen book. But what I love about it is it gives the perspective of kids who were living in Mexico whose family had moved to America. And then the American family members were communicating all of this. It's amazing here. You can do this, you can do that. And so Lupita and her young siblings move to go live with the aunt unexpectedly. And they the aunt and then when they get there, it's completely opposite of what they were selling. I
Yeah.
highly recommend the book. I loved reading it because when I first started teaching, I took over a bilingual classroom, and there were kids that had just come straight from Mexico, and some of them had come illegally, as they say. And so reading that book gave me some insight into how hard it was to leave all of the things they loved and what they saw as a child. You don't think of, I need this, 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 and I need all of the amazingness. You really think about it's just about being with your loved ones and your family.
Yeah.
I started leaving a lot of their family members behind, and they were trying to track where their dad was, and he was working as an immigrant farmer. But I remember when I was teaching with my bilingual group, there's a couple of stories, but I used to have candles going in the classroom. Not a good idea.
I don't think you could do it in your current classroom.
No, and I would burn candles because, as anybody knows, if you have 4th and 5th grade kids, it gets smelly in there.
Yeah.
And One day I was, teaching. I was just real animated. I put this paper down, and all of a sudden, and I did not speak Spanish. I had like some Spanish in school, but the kid goes, "Fuego, fuego," and I'm like, "Go! I don't know." Now and I'm jumping around. I look behind, and there's like a giant fire behind me.
Oh my gosh.
Like, don't do that, guys. And then I had a bilingual aide, Susan Potter, hot to trot, gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
And she would come and I would teach, and then she would translate everything I was saying to the kids. And which is incredible that my principal, Ramona Trevino, allowed us that opportunity to work together. Susan Potter was amazing.
So fun.
She is a full body hugger.
Yeah.
Well, you have to be prepared. That's just got to get in your body bubble. But I miss her. I need to reach out to her.
Yeah.
But I remember this one kid, she was translating to him, and she got up and he said something, and she overheard it. And he said, "She makes my body feel all tingly inside."
Oh, about her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought gorgeous she was. She's
Oh yeah.
her just amazing. But your Chingona group is, to me, and your Bunko group is friend like goals.
Oh.
Are
Yeah.
so connected, so loving towards one another. You check in with each other. They are definitely on your Dr. Phil top list.
They are. I love them.
I love how you connect with them and your friendships.
Yeah.
And they are ride or die.
Oh, they are. I'm so lucky to have them in my life. Yeah. And I learned so much from them. So I really appreciate it. Something else about books is we are doing the pivot year, and Jody, our sister Amy, and Casey, and Kelly has a copy. Larissa has a copy. Leticia has a copy. And so we're all kind of checking in with each other, Liz Alma. And so if you're doing pivot year, reach out to us and let us know what you think. Day to day, 1 page a day, real easy read. So
Yeah.
just focus on being present. So
Present, which is really hard for me, but it's really
hard.
get refocused. So I always have 1,000 things in my head, and as an ADHD person, self-diagnosed, it's really hard for me to juggle all the things, and so I always drop multiple balls. So Michelle,
Oh no, all good.
I'm sorry.
No. Anyway, we love you guys. Keep sharing, keep reaching out and letting us know what you think. Ran into Evan Dyer yesterday and he was like, "I love your podcast. I love it."
Oh my gosh, we've got to get those two. You guys have got to see their kids.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Oh man. He was like, "Please, please, please, can you interview Nimish as soon as possible?"
Yes.
And I was like, "Yeah, duh." And he goes, "Well, can it be like when he's in the middle of his day?" I was like, "Yeah."
Meet you at Black Sheep and get a little booth somewhere.
That's right. Anyway, yeah, we hope to interview Nimish and Cassidy and Evan and Rachel and
Yes.
yeah.
Gosh, this just takes me back. I love that whole crew. That's another crew that I just
And
can't.
no, they're so cute.
So funny. I'm so loving, and they will stop, drop, and roll for anybody in their group.
No, yeah.
Friend goals right there.
Friend goals, yeah. Well, Texas, yeehaw.